Hey guys, CJ. So, Vitality have won EPL and they are continuing their streak of dominance for this year. It is exciting to see, and if you go and look at the end of their series, there was a pretty much 3 kill difference across the entire team, which when you have a team with Zywoo and Rops on it is a crazy stat to see. But crazy above all of that to me is the fact that Apex right now has a 1.06 rating against top 10 teams in 2025. That is pretty ridiculous for a IGL who is, if you look at every other IGL in the top 10 right now, and the likes of, Snacks, Kerrigan, the Major, Brolin, I guess technically, Kixan, all of them. Twists is the only one to have a positive rating, and that's him being an IGL still in quotation marks because he's still a star fragger trying to become an IGL. So to see Vitality's supposed weakest member have such a floor for them is incredible to see. And that's not even to mention their strength in pistol rounds in general, which, they took a lot more of a hit this event, but the strength in pistol rounds also supplements their strength in second round breaks or forces, and we saw that come out completely this event. They had so many rounds where they won the force on the second and would go on to dominate the half. And the real question going forward, I guess, is can anyone stop them? And to me, consistently, no. It will have to be a tag team effort between Spirit, FaZe, Eternal Fire, and Mongols. Because, which is exactly what we want to see. We want to see everyone, having someone to aspire against. And, Mongols had a great series against them. They got blown out on maps 1 and 3, but I mainly attribute that to Senzu having his arena drop off, and his arena drop off is rather staggering, especially when you look at the team for this year. 910 is the only highly rated player, and he's barely above 1.0 for EPL, and we need Senzu to start stepping up more in these arena games, or else he's going to start carrying that title of the Asian Stown even further. And the great thing about that is that Senzu is 18. He has plenty of time to grow out of this. The coaching staff over there has plenty of time to help him with this. And even now, they're showing progress event to event. He wasn't totally absent in these arena games. He still kept up with the team, but we know he has the potential to go above and beyond and be that X factor. And if he starts delivering on that in arenas, Mongols can start picking up trophies. For Eternal Fire, I think if you look at their match against Spirit, for example, I think they looked like shit the entire match and they still managed to make it a 3 mapper. So if they're capable of pulling themselves together a bit more, I know that they're very tired with their travel schedule and taking every single event, and this being their second year as a top team with consistently playing pretty much every event. They're already starting to break down a bit, and that's such a shame because Yoda has been such a phenomenal signing for them over Calix. It may be a bit difficult statistically to represent in the minor situations, but when you look at hard stats of Yoda's 2025 against Calix's 2024, he falls off point. He literally falls off less than half as much against top 30 and top 10 opposition. Calix falls off by like zero point 0.7 and Yoda falls off by like zero point 0.3. And so he's quite literally raised the floor of the team overall. And so we can see Eternal Fire, even on a really bad day for them, we're able to go toe to toe with Spirit. So if they can manage to overcome their tiredness again and bring full energy to another event or two, we can see them pick up a trophy. But beyond that, it all sits with Vitality now being in position to pick up the Grand Slam and being everyone's favorites for the major at this point in the season, which is historic to say. Rops will be a member of 2 different Grand Slam rosters, just like Twists before him. And, Apex continues to build his pedigree as an IGL. He has shown phenomenal calling, phenomenal fragging. He is in his bag right now. And Zaiwu, who now has matched Simple's number of MVPs, though some people would put an asterisk next to many of them as they were during the online era, he starts to really build out his legitimacy and resume to overtake Simple in legacy. You know, if he can pick up a second major and pick up a Grand Slam this season, that's pretty crazy for someone who's out there competing against, you know, a field of Donk and Monacy with all of their teams and seeing the rise of individualism within the sort of scene again. It's less tactically driven, it's much more firepower driven. And to, you know, be dominant in a firepower driven era, that's quite a statement. While also having a very tactically driven IGL. But either way, trying to think. I can't think of anything else crazy that I want to go into in too much detail about EPL at this point in time. I will likely be doing some more stuff on the Mongols and Eternal Fire, as well as FaZe based on their performance at their next event. Because I'm starting to, I don't know about you guys, I'm concerned about FaZe, but I think it's potentially because they're trying to undertake a longer form change than they normally do, but I'll get into that detail later. Either way, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I apologize about the delay between videos. I had some stuff fall through, and I have some stuff planned for this week. So have a great rest of your day. Let's talk about Counter-Strike. What do you guys think about Vitality's run? Do you think that they'll secure it in Melbourne, or do you think secure it in Dallas? Do you guys think that FaZe is going to be able to pull their shit together? And who do you think is going to be able to step up to be that number 3 and number 2 team to be consistently challenging against Vitality? Let me know down below and have a great rest of your day. Thanks, guys. I have been CJ.